look like a Frenchman.
We are celebrating our
1 year of knowing each other.
not 1 year of being together, but just knowing each other, because that's exciting.
Hey, it is Alexis
And Lilian.
and we have some super exciting news.
We are now officially an engaged couple.
Yes, it's still very fresh. It happened on October 16th to be exact.
2 weeks ago. You're my fiance now.
I know, it's so crazy, but it's so hard to like remember. Fiancé.
Some of you may have already seen this if you're following us on Instagram, because there we released the news first. I released like a little cryptic post that I think some people knew what I was talking about. It was just like some pictures of the day that it happened. And we know that a lot of you actually have been saying like, so when's this gonna happen? But you know what, you can't put us under pressure. We've been together for 5 years now, and it's like, I like being girlfriend and girlfriend. I also like being fiance and fiance, because it sounds like sexy. To be honest, I'm afraid of being a wife, because it just has in my head this like old and like kind of boring connotation, but like we'll spice it up.
Wife life.
Wife life. You all probably have a lot of questions, or you're like, whatever. I guess the first question is probably that people have, where did it happen? And who asked who?
Of course.
So where did it happen? It happened
in Norway.
Yeah, so we just came back from our Norway trip. As you might have seen, we just released the part 1 vlog, and it happened on the Lofoten Islands, which is the most beautiful place on earth. Of course, I picked the most beautiful place for the most beautiful lady. Who asked who?
I asked Lilian. I'm just kidding, I didn't ask Lilian.
Already back then she wanted me to ask her like, will you be my girlfriend? So obviously she's been thinking about these moments for a long time, right? Like your wedding day and when someone will propose to you, and it always puts a little smile on your face, right?
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like, so how does that work? And why do people want that? So I then was like, I like when it kind of happens like on my own term. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I would want it to happen when I want it to happen. It all worked out that way, right? You got what you wanted and I got what I wanted.
Do you want to explain
how it happened?
Yeah, like your ideas and stuff?
Yes. The idea was always that I would do it on the Toronto Islands, because that's like one of my favorite parts of the city. It was the place where we had our first date, where we really got to know each other better. However, then the pandemic hit, and the islands last summer were not nice at all. It just wasn't the right time. It didn't feel right.
The romance was not there.
But we planned a Norway trip. I thought it would be super romantic to see the Northern Lights and propose then, but then I screwed it up.
Before going to Norway, Lilian was standing in the kitchen and she asked me, do you think that the Northern Lights are romantic?
And then she's like, why? Are you planning something? And I was like, how can she even know this? I always wanted it to be a surprise. But anyway, ultimately what I said was, I'm gonna get this ring done. So I had the ring, they finished it before Norway. And then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna plan something in particular, because I'm a firm believer that it's about having the right moment where you feel connected, you feel the romance. So I was always looking out for the moments. We had this moment where we were at a super cute cabin in the woods, and we were gonna make a fire. And I was like,
I was gonna make a fire.
Yeah, Alexis is the fire master. It was a cabin that like didn't have running water, so it was like super cute, romantic and adventurous. And then we walked down to the lake to get water.
Super cute, romantic and adventurous.
Perfect. Then we walked down to the lake to get water, and I was like, whoa, this is so beautiful. It was like this really clear, really still big lake with like mountains in the background, and like the sun was gonna set soon, and I was like, oh, this is the place. Look at this beautiful, beautiful
everything. Wow.
There was a fire pit there. I was like, this was meant to be. I remember I was even filming, I was like, this is fantastic. And then I was like, yay, excited. Like I knew the moment was gonna come spontaneously. We go back to the cottage and then Alexis wants to make the fire right behind our cabin. Not by the lake, but like in between the trees somewhere. And she's like, why does it need to be so like perfect? A fire is enough. Why do we need the lake? And I was like, if only you knew why it needs to be so perfect, I'm sure you would say yes.
I know. I know, I'm a ding ding.
Anyway, it didn't happen there. Then I kind of got this idea that I wanted to make it with this fire setting. We had so much trouble with making fire, I cannot even tell you. It was crazy. So it was like the last chance to make this fire.
It was one match.
We are trying, or more like Alexis trying to get this fire going. I see a flame. It's the last, we had the last match. Who knew making a fire would be this hard?
We had 8 matches, and with each match that didn't work, I was like, okay, it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. Then she kept, like it kept dying, and then the flame came back up. I was like, okay, it is happening. I was recording with my camera because I was like, then we can get it. I was recording the audio with my phone because I was like, it would be sweet maybe to hear like what we said. And then, yeah, then it didn't happen. Because I was like, okay, like my hands are legit freezing and like my lady has a headache and she's getting so stressed out that she needs to make this fire happen. And I was like, let's just get into the hotel and be in the warm. And it was like the trip was getting to an end and I was like I gotta do it somewhere, and it kept raining and stuff. But anyway, you tell them how it ultimately happened.
So how did it happen exactly? So we were in this really cute little fishing town, in this little red cabin. So Lilian went to go take a shower and I was like, I want to watch something like interesting on YouTube. So I like looked up, we previously listened to a podcast about breatharians. And that just like blows my mind. So I was like, okay, now I need to like look more into this. So I was sitting there on the couch watching this little like documentary about breatharians, and Lilian comes in and I'm like deep into this documentary. You are not interrupting this right now. So then she like sits on the couch and she's like looking at me and I'm like, what did you say?
I was thinking about us in the shower.
Oh yeah, you said
that sounds kind of sexual, but it was romantic.
And I was like, okay. And then I just like flicked the TV off.
Like how far we've come in our memory.
And I'm always the kind of person that like loves to like reminisce about memories and stuff. Like we both are. We love talking about it.
Let's talk about how the rain fell on the tent in Germany.
All right, so we're sitting there on the couch. I said something about like, oh, like, can you give me a massage?
I think she probably had, once again, a kinked neck.
Probably something like that. And we were laying in bed and Lilian was rubbing my back and she was telling me like all of these times together. And then she said, you know, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, right?
We don't need to get into the details of what was said.
Then Lilian says, you know what's happening, right?
Well, this is the thing. I was giving her the massage. As I was massaging her, I was like, okay, this is the moment. I always had the ring with me in the side pocket of my camera bag. So then I took it out and I was like, now I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lay this ring on her back.
But I didn't feel it.
And then I put the ring on her back and it's like no reaction. Then I definitely did not go down on one knee.
No.
Because that would have been too cheesy.
But that would have been like so crazy.
What if I, oh my god, was I supposed to do that?
Yeah.
Babe,
I'm just kidding, I'm just
like,
kidding.
I don't know, I should have taken more notes.
So then once I had also the realization that it was my grandma's ring, the waterworks were just going, right?
Yes. And then,
because I was like, she listened to me and she like made this happen, and it was just extra special.
I did it October 16th, 2021. But she said yes!
Of course I did. Oh my god.
Oh, that is one shiny ding ding.
So it's actually made from my grandma's ring, who is very dear to me and who I love very, very much. And yeah, I always wanted my wedding or engagement ring to be made from her ring, and that's exactly what you did. And I cried a lot. And where's my ring? It's coming, it's coming.
Alright, gute Nacht.
Gute Nacht, fiancé.
That's a whole other story, the ring, because that's the thing that's been holding me back for this whole time, and maybe why it took so long for us to get engaged. Alexis has her grandma's old ring, and already like on our third date, basically, when she took me back to her place, she showed me this ring. She said, whoever gets to marry me is very lucky.
Oh, I said that.
Yeah, you said that to me. You said whoever gets to marry me or whoever will marry me is very lucky, because I just want this ring that I have to be redone into a new ring, but like keeping the diamond, which is like the most expensive part of the ring.
And the gold and everything.
Yeah, and I remember in that moment I was like, whoa, she's telling me this now. It's like we only just met, and I was like, but in case it ever gets to that point, remember that. Anyway, I snuck the ring out. I know nothing about jewelry.
Which I'm very surprised that she got the ring.
Anyway, that was a long and winded story, but that's how it happened. I guess the next question would be, so when you getting married? Well, not even our friends know all the details yet, but probably next year already.
Yeah, we're planning it. We're seeing how things work out. And yeah. Oh, I'm just happy to be with you.
Yeah, I'm happy to be with you too. And yeah, we posted on our Instagram to make it official. Thank you to all of you who have sent your congratulations.
Yes.
We really appreciate
So
it.
sweet.
Also, no, I will not be wearing a suit at the wedding. I never thought I would propose to someone. I actually never thought I would do that.
Until you met me?
Until I met you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think we need some alone time.
All right, that's from us. Just wanted to share this. What?
Like, why is your hand on my
Oh,
hand?
sorry.
I hope you enjoyed this video.
Yep, and watch out for that Norway part 2 vlog if you want to see how it went down.
I hope you have a lovely day, wherever you are.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.